Society is broken, and in the objective measure of looking at it. So, how do we figure out how to repair our lives if we're broken inside of it? A broken life inside a broken system. It seems hopeless, I know. And we know that there's so many people who try to hold us down, try to get the power for themselves, because that's all they care about. They don't understand love and compassion and empathy and anything positive. All they care about is greed and jealousy and control. That is the way it's been, in recorded history at least. Does it have to always be like that? I don't think so. I think there's a huge change coming, a massive change. And just as in your life you have to go through the struggles to see what is broken, this world has to see that it's broken completely before it begins to fix itself. And only the people inside of it can fix it. Only us. And what can we do? We're just the little guys and girls. What do we do? It feels like we're fighting against a hurricane. You don't fight against the hurricane. You go with the hurricane. You ride out that storm. You wait. And you make sure that at the end, you're still intact enough to hold on to that love and hope. Because God can grant you unshakable faith, unshakable love, and unshakable hope. God can grant you that. I know if you've watched any of my other videos, I've said it all before. I didn't believe a word anybody said about it. I was like, oh, here they go again. So another religious zealot or whatever trying to tell me how great it would be if I only just found God. How all these bad things in my life would just go away. And everything would be fine and dandy. Well, first of all, that's not how it works. Everything in your life bad will never go away. I mean, everything will end, but there will always be new bad things. You will struggle. You will make mistakes. You will fail. You'll hurt the people you love, even if you try to help them. Sometimes it doesn't matter. What finding God does is something completely different. It's a game changer. It gives you the armor to go through all of this life and all of these struggles and all of this pain. And though you're going to feel a lot of it, it's going to be numbed by that unconditional divine love. You get to a point where you don't know what to do anymore, and that armor that God grants you is the only thing that will save you. The only thing. And He protects you even when you don't believe in Him, or even before you've connected with Him. He protects you. He protected me my whole life. All the dumb things that I did, all the stupid mistakes that I made, and I made plenty of them. Believe me. And I'll make plenty more. Not like I used to, hopefully. But we have to learn. That's the only way we learn. That is the only way we move forward as a person, is through those struggles and through those failures. If you think that struggles are a curse, and I've gotten so many comments on a lot of my videos, and people were just so mad that I dared call their struggle a curse, or a gift. I mean, I dared call their struggle a gift. How could I diminish what they're going through, or what somebody else is going through that I've never walked in their shoes? How can I call that a gift? How could a person losing their child be a gift? How could a child dying young be a gift? That is the existential question of all time. God did have to make the darkness and the light, but he is only light, even though he created the darkness as well. But he knows that that light will never grow. It will never grow. It will just stay stagnant without that darkness. That is the reason for it. And I understand that a child dying or something awful like that happening, it's going to not be a gift for a long, long time. And you might not even see it in your lifetime. But that child was needed elsewhere. And if you don't believe in God, none of this matters. So what's the point? I mean, you can get mad at me all you want. If you don't believe in God, then what does any of it matter? Why are you even watching this video? Because obviously your faith is atheism. Your faith is nothingness, and nothing matters. Yet here you are going to different places trying to find meaning in that nothingness. Why? What does it matter to you? What does it matter to you if anybody else believes in God and has that faith in God and that comfort in God? If you don't, you should just go through the world and not giving a damn about a thing. No love, no compassion. And I understand atheists can justify all those things. They live by a moral code that I guess they figure society makes for us to kind of adapt and evolve. And that's true in a way. It is, because that's why God made all of these things, all of this darkness and all of this light. There is no way to get through a soul that is so closed off that they believe in nothingness so devoutly that they can never see the miracles in it. Now, many atheists I know, I knew an atheist who recently began reading the Bible and recently just started seeing all these spiritual things in their lives, and everything changed for them. All that meaningless life that they were living, all the nothingness that they used to believe in, it's all gone now. Now they have a higher purpose. That higher purpose will save you. God will save you. He's waiting for you to find him. And I get a lot of Christians mad at me too, because I'm not here preaching the Christian tenets all the time. Even though I'm a Christian myself, I'm a very devout Christian. Jesus saved me many times over in my life, and I truly believe that the salvation and redemption that he offers is beyond anything I would ever have hoped for. Anything that any religion has to offer doesn't come close to me, to Christianity. But society and people are so different. I think it's important for you to get to God in any way that you can. I understand that most Christians believe if you don't get there through Jesus, who is God, he is an aspect of God, he's God's chosen son, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are what Christians believe in. I understand that you act like you're almost offended by anything that even is remotely different from your faith. And why is that? Why would you be offended, just like the atheist? Why would you be offended that someone else found God and inner peace through a different way besides Christianity. You should be happy for them. I'm happy for anybody who finds God, who finds that inner peace. That is what we're all searching for. And to shame them because they found it through, I don't know, Judaism, Buddhism, Hindu, whatever they, New Age spirituality, whatever they found it through, be happy for them. Now, if you want to, you can show them what Christ means to you and what Christ did in your life. But a lot of these people, I think, I don't want to say all of them, obviously, but some of these people, they are using Christ as like a virtue signal. And people use all their religions as a virtue signal. It's not a team sport. We're not playing each other. We are all together. No matter what our religion, no matter what our beliefs, we are all connected. This entire human race is connected. If you don't believe me, then go sit in isolation for 3 days and see what happens. Or a week or 2 weeks or whatever. Go sit in isolation and see how much connecting with other humans really means. It can kill you. Being cut off can absolutely kill you. Your mind needs that connection with others. And scientists and doctors and people who follow math and only math and those kind of atheists, they'll never understand that. They'll never understand how isolation can kill somebody. That doesn't make any sense. If we're not connected, if there's no God, if there's no nothing, why would that happen? Oh, well, it's our delusional minds that do it. And I mean, you can make up any kind of nonsense you want. Like, I've watched the supposed leaders in the atheism field, like Richard Dawkins and you know, a couple other big names. They asked them, what would it take for you to believe in God? What evidence would have to be presented to you to believe in God? And they said none. Because they are so dug in to their nothingness and to their religion, because that is what it is. It's a religion. You can call it a cult, you can call it a religion, you can call it whatever. They're so dug in that they have closed their mind off to even the thing that they believe in, which is supposed evidence of God. I think that we all need to understand that we are connected, that God put us here for a reason, and our purpose for being here is to find that purpose. And that purpose is whatever God says it is. For me, it's bringing hope to others in the darkness. And now I'm not here just to, this is why I don't preach like I'm a, Baptist preacher or minister or whatever. I talk to people who are on my level or who are on the level that I was on when I was so lost that I would have done anything to get out of it. I was so desperate. That is my purpose. I've always known my purpose. You probably know your purpose too. You just don't realize it maybe. My purpose was to make people happy and to spread light to people. When I was young, I did it through humor. And as I've said in another video, hold on, I'm going to pause here because this pollen's, I got to blow my nose. Okay, hopefully this doesn't bother me anymore. There's literally a river of pollen right there next to me. That's how bad it is. It gets bad here in Raleigh. Anyway, so where was I? So I was meant to spread light, and I did it through humor when I was a child. And I thought, oh, that's it. That's my purpose, and I got it now. It made me happy. It made me fulfilled. And as life went on, I was presented with people who were very, very far from just needing a good laugh to get out of their darkness. And I didn't know how to do that because God hadn't showed me, and I was too ego-driven to stop and see that. We can only repair our broken lives by understanding our purpose. And that is something that you might not understand yet, because I sure as hell didn't. And hopefully you're a lot smarter than I was, because it took me a long time to figure it out. Now, I understand it takes some people even longer, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you if it takes you a long time. You'll get there. You just have to put the time and effort into it. If you didn't see my video I made in the middle of the night last night, it's How to Repair a Broken Life, I believe is the title of it. You have to constantly seek that purpose and seek God. He will show you, as soon as you find him, he will show you what it is. It might not be what you were expecting, but you'll be fine with it. Once you drop that ego and you realize that you're not in charge anymore, because when you're in charge, that ship goes right into the rocks. When God's in charge, you're navigating those rocks like it's nothing. And I mean, you are a seasoned captain at that point. He's your navigator. And you no longer have to worry that you don't know what to do anymore. You no longer have to worry that you're lost and alone. Now you sit and you ponder what you're meant to do. Why are you here? Because we all absolutely have a purpose. If you think that none of this is for a purpose, just sit and think about how the universe started. Spawning from nothing. So does something just come from nothing? Well, nothing created it, and for no purpose? If you can answer that question, and I understand that it's a question that nobody can answer, but if you can sit and justify it in your mind somehow that all of this came from nothing, all right, so you claim the Big Bang, which we already know the Big Bang's, we've found stars and stuff that are way older than the Big Bang. But let's just say you believe in the Big Bang anyway, because that's what you've been taught to believe, or whatever start to the universe that's similar to the Big Bang that you believe in. So where did that energy, where did that matter come from that had to ignite, to explode, to make this pointless universe then? Where did it all come from? If you have any kind of justification for that, any kind, then congratulations, you are a devout atheist, and maybe that's your lot in life. Maybe that's what you're meant to do. I don't know. I mean, we need atheists, we need non-believers, because we need people to challenge us all the time. But to me, there is no way that something comes from nothing for no reason. And consciousness, which is possibly the biggest miracle and enigma in this universe, wow. Consciousness is unexplainable, and everything that we supposedly learn about it is completely wrong. Now, I'm not going to try to ramble on all night or all day for this. I just want you to know that you have to focus on seeking God yourself. And if you're an atheist, fine, that's fine. But if you're an atheist and you're mad at other people for believing in God, and you're like, oh, look at those idiots, those dumb idiots who still believe in the fairy tale, the fairy tale in the sky, it's such a load of crap. They just make this stuff up. I mean, seriously, they just make whatever they can because they are angry at the world. And when you're angry at the world, you lash out like a child. And that's all we are. We're all just children. I'd rather be that curious, loving child who's going around exploring all this beauty that God gave us. I mean, look at this behind me. I understand that there's a river of pollen right next to me. I get it. And even that's kind of beautiful in its own way, even though it's not beautiful on the sinuses. You have to embrace God and stop just, don't be like I was and just believe in God. And I actually felt his presence, and I still wasn't taking the time to follow him because I didn't think I had to. I thought that if God wanted me to do something, that he would come and tell me what to do. I didn't think, oh, I have to go seek him because I was, like I said, I was a big dumb idiot. And I still am, but now I'm a big dumb idiot who is guided by God, and that's a lot better than anything I could have ever asked for. And I am so happy to be that big dumb idiot who's finally found God. And hopefully you're not a big dumb idiot too, but if you are, welcome to the club. There's plenty of room right here for us happy big dumb idiots who found God, and plenty for those people who are smart and beautiful and brilliant and found God, or whatever you are. Okay, till next time. God bless.